All right. Let me begin by just thanking everyone for coming out today for this great event. This event is about Stockton Street, but it is a partnership that has city staff from many agencies, MTA, Public Health, Public Works, the Police Department, along with the merchants, along with everybody who does business or enjoys Stockton Street. It is our 4th year, and every year we try to do better. And just a couple of days ago, we were at a meeting with the merchants, and one of the exciting things that was being discussed at that meeting was even opening up more opportunities to some of the side streets. And I promised that we would explore that because we have heard of so much great success that has happened with this program. I definitely want to thank Pius and Benny for their leadership and connecting us with all the merchants and the community. But without further ado, a man that needs no introduction, a man that has been very, very supportive of all the work that the city is doing, but in particular, Stockton Street, our mayor, Mayor Ed Lee. Please welcome him.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. Well, you know, if Mohammed had remembered all the Chinese I taught him, he would have said, Joseon, because that would have gotten everybody, not good morning. We say Joseon in Chinatown, San Francisco. And so I'm glad, and again, Mohammed, I want to thank you and the Department of Public Works for working with the Chinatown merchants, working with the Chinese American Association of Commerce, the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, all of the community agencies from Chinese Development Association to all the nonprofits, to the Family Association who leaders are here, Zhonghua Weigun, and the others that are come together at this wonderful time of the year. And, you know, Pius and Benny, we're driving up Washington Street. Gosh, for this day, all the graffiti is gone. Know that American flag on the corner of, you know, Washington? It's hopefully it lasts more than one day. But this is a time where everybody in our Chinese community begins to clean up their house, get rid of the old things to get ready for the new things. The Year of the Ram means so much about steadiness, about success, about collaboration, but also about solid direction. And I want to present that kind of leadership for the city. And I know that our new supervisor for District 3, Julie Christensen, will also be representing that kind of strong feeling for this district and the whole district of the District 3 coverage, including Chinatown. This is a wonderful time because we're kicking off not only the holidays, but a great symbol of that is something that we have worked for 4 years, led by both the Department of Public Works, but also our wonderful police department. I know Captain Lazar and his staff are here. And that's a conversation ongoing in this district as well as other districts. That is safety, everybody's safety. And during the holidays, the streets are filled with family and children wanting to shop and buy new things and make sure we patronize all the local stores. And in doing so, the idea years ago came about, particularly from the merchants that were led by Pius and Benny along Stockton Street, that we ought to widen the streets, find a way to do those so that we can place a few more merchandise there, but also keep a high level of safety. This is a very, very busy corridor, as you can see. And that's not the last time that a honking of a horn will interfere my speech here this morning. But we have also a very important transportation project that the MTA is trying to finish up. That's our Central Subway. We're really happy to see that. But while the construction is going on, it adds to the congestion, to the cars, and to all the other public. So everybody's come together for the safety of our residents and the visitors and the shoppers, and to celebrate it that we have more of the ability of the small merchandise shop owners to be able to present their goods for the New Year's, for the next 2 weeks before the Chinese New Year properly begins. And this is the whole effort behind it. I think not only does it help Chinatown, it helps the entire city, because the Chinese New Year's is now celebrated in the entire city, not just Chinatown. All over, people will come here to get the cultural touch, meet with their families, and reunite with all of the shopkeepers and others, and introduce the new year properly. In fact, I would suggest that the entire region of the Bay Area comes here to Stockton Street in Chinatown. So we're very proud to present ourselves in the safest way, in the cleanest way, in the way that is safe for everyone that wants to come here. I am so thrilled to do this again, and every year that we do this, I think it gets bigger and bigger, and more of the agencies exhibit their pride in this. And we have a lot of things to celebrate. This city is very strong now economically, but this is also time to say how many other people we can help share in this prosperity. And I'm working really hard to build more housing, to support our small businesses, to make sure that people's jobs are sustainable. And if there's anything that happens, we bring ourselves together to help each other out. And that's what we did recently with a very necessary family that was in need. Our own local restaurants came up to support that family. So it's my chance to say thank you to our leadership in our Chinatown community for being such great citizens. Many of you have helped me create scholarships for low-income youth in this city. I'm so happy to do that with you. And now that we have a mayor who's also representing people in this district, we can also be representing so many of the others throughout the entire city. We're very proud to do that. I am in a celebration mood. Gong hei fat choi. San tai kin hong. San ning vai lok. Thank you very much, everyone, being here.
Let's give our mayor another big hand. I mean, he works tirelessly for our city. Next person I'm going to introduce is someone that I've had an opportunity to work with in the district as a volunteer, and someone that goes around and makes sure that this district gets what it's deserved. So by no surprise, she is now the supervisor of the district. Please welcome Julie Christensen to say a few words.
Chosan. I've been coming to Chinatown for 36 years to celebrate at New Year's time. It's very special for me this year to come to the Chinese New Year celebration as the supervisor for Chinatown and for District 3. And you can be assured I'm working very hard to make sure that it is the most successful and most safe celebration that we've had. I love New Year's, the customs, the red envelopes, the flowers, the parade, the good food. I know it's a time of year where we look for wishes of prosperity and of health, but all these fine people behind me have added a new element to the New Year's celebration, and that is cooperation. Over the last 4 years, the leaders of Chinatown, Pius and Benny, the Chinese 6 companies and others have worked hard with Mohammed Nuru and Rachel Gordon at DPW, with Barbara at the Health Department, with Ed Riskin's team at the MTA, with Captain Lazar from the Police Department, with Mark and the folks from Recology. It takes all of these people to make this celebration a true success. And I think maybe even some of us who participate in the event don't realize how much behind the scenes work, how much organization it takes, how much communication. So along with health and prosperity, we wish a year of cooperation. And I'd like everybody to really thank these folks for the hard work that they do. So I'm looking forward to being here throughout the celebration, but also to working with the merchants and the residents of Chinatown and with the mayor's office and all the city departments so that we keep making good things happen in Chinatown and we are all healthy and prosperous. Thank you very much. Gong hei fat choi.
Thank you, Julie. As you heard from Julie and the mayor, it takes a whole team to make this event work. And one of the key concerns we've had, and we've worked very hard to address it, and I want to thank all the merchants, is the safety of the pedestrians. And I'm going to ask from our finest San Francisco Police Department, Captain Lazar, to come and say a few words.
Well, good morning, and learning from Mayor Ed Lee. Jo-san, Nehoma. We are so glad to be here today. I want to thank Director Mohammed Nuru for organizing this. To echo what Supervisor Christensen said, it's very important that the police department be a partner in this. We're excited for the start of the new year, the start of this initiative on Stockton Street that's happened for a couple of years. Public safety is very important to us, and on behalf of the San Francisco Police Department, and specifically Central Station, we are very concerned about safety. Safety in Chinatown is a priority for me. Pedestrian safety is very important, and I would just like to say that as we start the new year, as we continue with the mayor's vision on Vision Zero, eliminating pedestrian fatalities and injuries, I'm asking that those that come to Chinatown to enjoy this experience, or those that live here or work here, just really follow the rules of the road in terms of pedestrian safety. I'm very grateful for the MTA just adding a scramble light at Stockton and Sacramento, which was really needed. So if we follow the rules, if we don't walk unless the hand is white, if we follow it when it's red and we stop, if we not jaywalk, we're going to stay safe. I'm asking for people to look out for cars and for bicycles and for buses, and to really pay attention. And I think if everyone does their part, we'll have a great start of the new year. The other thing I'd like to mention is that for personal safety, just be aware when we're in crowds. You know, the mayor talked about people coming down here and having a great time, and the merchants having a good experience. And we want everyone that comes here as well to just be mindful to safeguard their valuables and just to be aware of their surroundings. One of the things I'm going to be doing is adding extra patrol and extra coverage, making sure every police officer is aware of what's happening between now and the start of the new year, so that we can have a visibility out here, so that we can add to the safety by having an additional presence of officers. And so we're excited for that. So again, we're thankful to work with all our partners here today and all the community. And we have Year of the Ram coming up, and I'd like to say, Gong Hei Fat Choi, Doje, thank you very much.
So in addition to what we heard from Captain Lazar, all the merchants are aware of all the logistics that are involved, especially Recology truck pickup time is coming at 7 o'clock, not 6 o'clock. Make sure that everything is moved off the street. The setup time now has changed a little bit. All deliveries should be made by 8:30, and then we can set up, and by 9, we're open for business. So there's a lot of logistics, and that partnership is growing and growing. Our friends from CYC will continue to bring youth to work with the police department. They will be ambassadors of this program, and they will make sure that people know where to go and that the path of travel is clear for everyone. So all those details are in place. If you have any questions, please make sure you get in touch with us at the Department of Public Works. We will be out here, and we will be here to make sure that we have a safe event. With that said, I'm going to introduce someone who has become a good friend of mine, who has, in every meeting, he's always trying to get 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, as much as he can for the merchants to sell. Please welcome Pius Lee.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning, Mayor Lee, Supervisor Julie Christensen, Director Mohammed Nuru, Department Official Ma Jung-dong, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the merchant doing business on Stockton Street, I wish to thank you, Mayor Lee, for supporting this special event. 14 days before the Chinese New Year, allowing merchants to use the parking area to display their merchandise. This special Chinese tradition program brings more Chinese living in the Bay Area to come to Chinatown to buy food and to prepare and welcome the Chinese New Year. For the last 20 years, former Commissioner Benny Yee and I have been working with the last 3 mayors to promote this Chinese tradition event, but with no luck. Until this mayor who understands the Chinese tradition and want to have the small business in Chinatown. The first 2 years was a pilot program, but today it's a permanent program in Chinatown. Thank you, Mayor Adley. Thank you. Because of the Chinatown subway construction, the street on Stockton Street, especially the corner of Jackson and Washington, needs repair. And I'm pleased to report to you that all the booking streets have been repaired last week. And also thank you, Mayor Lee and Director Lulu. On behalf of the Stockton Street merchant, we invite Mayor Lee and Director Lulu on December 19, 2014 to visit the location at Stockton and Broadway, where the sidewalk is 15 feet wide from Broadway to Filbert Street. But the sidewalk from Broadway to Sacramento Street is only 10 feet. In the name of pedestrian, senior safety, and to bring more customers to visit Chinatown, we propose to Mayor Lee to widen the sidewalk on Stockton Street to Sacramento Street. Same 50 feet from Broadway to Sacramento Street by using the same model. After listening and visiting the location, Mayor Lee asked Director Nulo to prepare a draft plan. I'm sure and hopefully very soon that the Department of Public Works and MTA will have a proposal to widen the sidewalk, but to keep the existing parking space for the mayor's consideration and approval. I wish to thank you, Mr. Earl Kong of MTA, for listening to Stockton Street merchant concern and working with the merchant. Thank you very much. After doing business in 45 years in Chinatown and acted in politics for the last 35 years, I just want to make a fair statement based on the fact that Mayor Lee had helped the Chinese community more than the last 3 former mayors. So wishing you all a happy Chinese New Year Eve of the land. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is something everyone likes doing, shopping. So Mayor has agreed to lead and walk down Stockton to shake hands with the merchants, and you'll get a chance to use your wallet. Okay? So Gon Hoi Fa Choi, and thank you very much.